have all my tackle, my rods, and we're gonna do a tackle/rod review. This is my first video, and before I do the fishing videos, y'all should know what I use to fish. And if we get enough views and likes and subscribers, I'll do a fly fishing video and tackle review. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and see if we can get 100 views on this video. All right, let's get into it. What's up, guys? So here we are with the tackle review, and I think I'll start off with this Laguna rod 6'6". I've caught a lot of fish on it. It's really good, 2-piece, so it's good for traveling. Caught many fish on it, and I just really like this. I recommend it for you if you're just now starting, and it is a spinning rod. And then here comes my favorite. It's a Black Max on a Quantum rod. I think the rod's 6'5" maybe, and it's just really good. And right now I'll show you one of the baits I have tied on. I have a frog tied on because I went frog fishing a couple mornings ago. And it's just a really good reel and rod, and I also have 14-pound mono on there. Okay, so now starting. Oh yeah, never mind. We have another reel. This reel is a Quantum, and it's extremely old, so I don't like to use it a lot. It reels nice, and it's just like, look, you don't even have to press that. You press this button. I actually don't know what this line is because I got this reel from my uncle. So it's a really good reel. It's a really good reel. And now I'll show y'all my line. Starting from smallest, I was actually fishing my grandparents' neighborhood pond and found this, I think 900 yards of it. Line on Field and Stream. I'm not sure what pound it in, but it's really thin. Yeah. And next, we have some Trilene extra smooth casting line, 12-pound, extra large. Next, we have Trilene 14-pound, which this is what I like to use a lot. 300 yards of it, or 270 meters, whichever one you want to call it. Next, 17-pound mono. Yes, 17-pound mono. Really good. Like it a lot. It's just really good. And it's Vanish from Berkeley. Last but not least, this line's like so thick. Like, it's hard to tie knots. Cast like 14, but it's actually 40-pound Magnum mono. And look, I'm not sure if you can see how that's thick. Like, it's really thick. It's my squirrel. It's not for spinning reels. It's not for compression cast. It's only for bait casters. So if you have a bait caster, you're going offshore fishing or you're going pike, anything big fish over 40 pounds, maybe even 20. You never know. I suggest this because it is just extremely good. It does me well. And next, we'll do random stuff. Like, my dad went to an estate sale, found a bunch of stuff, he just bought it just because of it. There's some brim hooks I like to use for brim. Weighted jigs, more weighted jigs. Here's some good jig head hooks. I really like them. They only 99 cents. I do go saltwater fishing when I'm at the beach, and steel leaders are always good because you never know what you're gonna catch in the bay and stuff, like redfish, mangroves, anything with teeth, basically. Some more jig heads, some more of these things, which I really like. Next we'll go with soft plastic. I'm gonna show you all my lizards first, because I'm not a big lizard fan, so I'll get these out of the way. I really, I'm liking this because I've caught quite some fish on these. They come in various colors. You can get a Senko pumpkin green color, neon brown, and then I have some minnows in here, which I really not big fan of minnows or lizards, but I'll use them just because, I mean, it's bait. It can catch a fish just like something else could. So there's my lizards, and the lizards won't close. There we go. And next, my bag of soft plastics. I love all the soft plastics I have in here. Just gonna dump them out. I use, as you know, if you watch other fisher YouTubers, they use a lot of Senko worms, and I do too, because when you're fishing new waters, they tend to be really good, and I use them a lot, so I'm kind of down. These are all I have right now. A lot of them are torn up. They probably need to be thrown away, but I like pumpkin green color. They sparkle, and I also love these. One of my favorite types of Senkos. They tell you where to put the hook and stuff. Just really good, really nice. Next are some brim. They're not meant for brim. I rip them in half and use them for brim. They sparkle like crap, like nothing you've ever seen. Like, just really good. They turn purple on the camera, but they're really good if you're going brim fishing. I recommend you pick these up. Any tackle store, even Walmart maybe. Next, my shaky heads. I love shaky heads too. If I don't have Senkos or some red tail worms, which I'm going to show you all later, I'm using these shaky heads. They do come in various colors, but I like this. Even though sometimes when it's not windy or there's water movement, it will just look like a piece of grass. So shaky heads are another great choice. Oh yeah, I did rescue a squirrel, so do have that. And then these coming up, I'm not really a big fan of these. Never used them, but I mean, they're like some swim bait thing. Literally look like a shark. So yeah, and I still have some more soft plastics, a lot more. 2 bags of these. Y'all don't even want to see these. These are really bad and not good. Here's another great choice for worm fishing, or for bass. Yeah, bass, maybe even catfish. Curly tail worms. They're great. No matter what size, what color, bass will eat it. And they're really good for all that stuff. So, moving on, here are some more swim baits that a lot of the ponds I fish have shad, so these are great. Shad imitation swim baits. Is slit, so it's easy to hook. It's not gonna come off. Find my hooks. I show you what hooks are good for, but I don't have my. And my second favorite bait, which I love these. Caught fish on them many times. The black color curly tails. They are 12 centimeters a foot. They do stretch a lot, so you can catch about 5 or 6 fish on them before they rip, and they're really good. So I do recommend these bass fishing when you're fishing new waters. And then more swim bait stuff, brim. Oh yes, here we go. Finesse. I love fishing finesse. I don't like fishing drop shot. I've never had good luck with it, but finesse is great. It's a great way to fish, a great way to start your day. And then, last but not least, one of my favorite baits. They're creature baits, and it's what they look like when you're fishing for anything. I've caught brim, catfish, crappie, bass on these. They're really good. And then, moving on to hard plastic. So, I'm gonna show you my crankbaits first, because I am a big crankbait fan. Here is one of my favorite crankbaits here. It has really good color. It rattles. I really like it. And then when I'm fishing shad imitations, I'll fish this, because, man, just that does not look saucy to you or something. And here is my second favorite crankbait I own, the Big Mama. Like, you see how big this thing is? It's giant. And I've never caught a fish on it, but I'm not going to stop until I do. And then the 90s crankbait. You see how weird looking this thing is? This crankbait's really old. Look, you can tell it's wooden. See, right there where it's peeling. Here's an estate sale crankbait. Rattles a little. Definitely the weirdest crankbait I own. It's a popper crankbait. It has a mouth popper, and it's extremely weird. So, those are my favorite crankbaits, and later on in YouTube, I have more boxes of the stuff I don't really use that much. So I'm not going to show you all that. This video's already going to be long enough with a TACKEL review. Now I'll show you top water, my top picks for top water. Here's a frog, which doesn't really sink, but it's still good. I found this frog on the side of the road. And then you saw my other frog. Here, this isn't top water, but I keep my spinnerbaits with my top water. I really like this one. Here's my Big Mama one. It's really good. And then my my buzzbait. I really like this one. The color, you just throw it on the shoreline. It's sure to catch you something. And then a lot of my poppers are repeats of this, different sizes and stuff. But I'll show you all some different ones. There's that one. Here's a jitterbug. I really do like jitterbugs too. And I will be right back. My squirrel is freaking out. Okay, I'm back. I just fed my squirrel because he was freaking out. And we'll finish the top water section and move on to my big baits, which I use salt water. And if the bass are extremely big, I might throw some. But here's a popper that I've never caught anything on top water, but here's a big popper. Hoping to do that soon. I'm gonna make a video on top water maybe this weekend. Don't know what this is. This might be I actually don't know what it is. If you want to leave that in the comments. So this video is coming to an end soon, because actually no, it won't, because I just think of some other stuff I can do. Some weird bait. See, you can see the box is giant. I don't know what these are called, but like hot dogs. And look at this. I think what they're called are spooks. And that. Some crazy stuff. I keep my pliers in here. And then I always have scissors on me. Cut line. Just, you never know when you're gonna need scissors. And I will show you a rod I don't really like to use, but if I have to use it, I will. So I'm just gonna go grab it and I'll be right back. Yes, for this rod, I like to use it for crappie because look at the shitty reel. It has a braid on it. I don't know why. Should probably take that off. It is a Premier Edition Tournament Choice rod. Very stiff. So I think it's a I think it's a 6.6. Yeah, 6.6 rod. I really don't like anything over 7 because that's just not my style. But I'm gonna show y'all some more stuff that I like to use for fishing. So let's go. So the stuff I'm about to show y'all is just like side stuff that, you know. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell y'all. You never leave to go fishing without a knife on you, because that's just an idiot move. Yeah, you just never do it. You never know when you're gonna need one, why you're gonna need one. But here, we made this homemade spooler to make it easy to spool things. Oh yeah, I do kind of have a knife collection. I always have knives. And then power bait, like, you know, I just keep a bunch of different type of stuff. Because I do. There's a pond with some brim in my neighborhood, so, you know. Power bait's technically meant for, like, trout, which I do mainly bass fishing, and I may do some crappie fishing. I'll do a lot of kayak fishing videos. If y'all are into that, then subscribe, because I'm getting a new kayak for my birthday, and I will do some airsoft videos because airsoft's fun. You know, who doesn't like airsoft? Apparently. Here's some just stuff I just really don't like to use. It's all old stuff. The box is torn up. Everything's from the 1990s and early 2000s. So, I could do my fly fishing selection, but I think I'll make that a separate video. But I'm gonna go show you all my bike. And yes, a bike. What does that have to do with fishing? Well, y'all are gonna find out, because this bike, it's my dad's old bike. It's a mountain bike, so I can ride it on all terrain. And it has this thing on the back where I can attach a milk crate, and it's really good. The milk crate's really good because, you know, I can easily fit tackle boxes because it's easily the perfect size for a tackle box, which is so convenient. So yeah, I just gotta move this to where y'all can actually see it. So this is it. It's pretty old, but it's a bike. And look, see that? Is the thing I'm talking about that I really like. So it's pretty much it, but that's it for my tackle selection. Now I'm gonna do a time lapse of me on my trampoline, because it's not sundown, it's not sunrise, it's the middle of the day, and time lapse would look really cool. So let's do that. Hey guys, thanks for watching. hit that like button, subscribe. If we can get 100 views on this video, I'll do a giveaway. Maybe gift cards, money, tackle. You never know. Maybe even whatever you guys want. So, this is LNG Fishing, Luke and Grant fishing, and I'll see you next time. See you later.